Hey guys, it's Maya Kana once again. Welcome back to the Twin Flame video series. Thank you for tuning in. Today's message is about power, and I just wanted to remind all of you here who are interested in Twin Flames or who are on the Twin Flame path that you are infinitely powerful. And I really do mean that. I know sometimes that this phrase and sort of the idea of power gets really thrown around, but it came to me when I was recording my video last night about empowered love, that we sometimes forget how powerful we really are and how much power that we have to really dictate the direction and speed and challenge of our union. We sometimes can give our power away without even realizing it. You know, whether we are giving our power away to our twin by saying, oh, he or she, has this opinion, and so therefore that dictates, whether or not we're going to come into union. Like with your twin, just understand that everything that you see in your reality right now is just a creation that you may have made at some moment in the past, and none of it really is permanent. Like definitely none of it's permanent. Nothing is permanent, but none of it really has any meaning beyond what you subscribe to it. Like nothing that you see or hear from your twin, means anything really. Like it all is just the meaning that you give it. And just be really mindful that you have within you, particularly in your heart chakra, the power to create absolutely anything that you want for your union. And understand as well that power never goes away. It never will go away. So, be very careful of giving your power away to anyone, your twin included, or psychics, healers, people who share information, myself included. Like, I do my very best to share information that I feel like will help spark people to go deeper within themselves and to discover their own truth. And I try very hard to be a clear channel for everyone, but please understand that nothing is set in stone, and that all of us have the power of God, essentially, of Source within us, and we all have the power to create absolutely anything that we want, and there is nothing that is set in stone. So even if you get a reading, and the person says you're not going to come into union, just understand that readings are based on the energy of the moment, and that can change. And if you really commit to yourself and you really take back the power of your life, you can make absolutely anything that you want to happen. And there's a beautiful balance between knowing our power and then also being surrendered as well. And I've talked a lot about surrender on this channel, and understanding when we're struggling, sometimes we should just turn it over to our higher self and just let things happen. But don't go too far in that direction either. Like, don't go too far into just thinking, oh, if it happens, it'll happen. Especially right now, sort of where we are at here. It's the Lion's Gate today. It's 8/16. And anyway, just realize that when you stop giving your power away to things you see, things you hear, to other people, to your twin flame, you just become just an amazing beacon of creation, within you. And if you really want to create something, within your union, whatever that is, even if it's just one magical, night sitting with your twin flame or whatever it is, or if it's a full union and a full mission, if you align with that fully within your being and you radiate your power and you charge that up with, love and just pure intention, and there's no distortions in it, there's no ego in it, there's just nothing distorted, it's just a pure desire, and you empower it with your essence, you will have it. There's no reason why you won't. Don't discount the power that you have within you, And remember that our spiritual awakening, the spiritual awakening of this planet, is really about awakening to the power that lies inside of you, and not learning actually, but remembering how to work with that power and understand that our twin flames often mirror to us the ways in which we are not in our power, or the way in which we're misusing our power, and just take all of that with gratitude and just thank you for showing me that, thank you for showing me that, to everybody in your life. Actually, everyone's a mirror. Like, thank you for showing me this way that I was misusing my power, or this way that I was not stepping into my power, or all these things. And just use those to just clarify, refine how you use your power, how you show up. If you really hold on to your power, like you're really empowered within yourself and you don't give it away, you just keep it within you, nobody can hurt you, because people can only hurt us, our twin flame included, if we are giving our power to them. If you're not, I would encourage all of us to be empowered within ourselves, and then to come together with other people who are also empowered within themselves and who share a similar vision, and just to use that power to just manifest whatever we want, because ultimately the direction of this world and this reality and earth itself is dictated by us and by how we use our power. And I think that the ways that the powers that be, the powers that be, the way that they impact people is by getting us to give our power away to other things. Like, because they realize, ultimately they are us, we're all the same being, but they realize that we are amazingly powerful. And so there's a lot of little things that are kind of built in that are a little weird, that are meant to distract us from using our power, or suppress our power. Like, I guess religion comes to mind in that way, or, to worship the power in others instead of the power in us. Just understand, not in an egoic way, not in a crazy way, but just understand that you have the power to make your heart's desires manifest, or the power to allow them to manifest. You have the power to bring together your union. Like, I'm just thinking about, the times where I've gotten really off balance with Sayer are times where I told myself really strange stories, like, the universe is punishing me for this thing that I did in a past life, or and maybe there's like some sort of seed of truth in that, but there's nothing from a past life that can be more powerful than your power here in the now moment. Just understand that, okay? Or it's always gets distorted in the union whenever I give my power away. But if you realize, how powerful you really are, and you realize that you have the ability to shift absolutely anything that you want to, then your union will be a lot less scary, and you won't be afraid of talking to your twin flame, and you won't be afraid. And even if something does pop up and it seems kind of dark and it seems kind of scary, if you stay in your power, stay centered within that power place within yourself, you will realize that you can shift it instantaneously, because everything that you see around you is based on, the vibration that you are putting out there, And the more empowered we are within ourselves, the less we give our power away to other, ideas, to people, situations, circumstances. The less we give that power away, the more power we have here in the now moment to create exactly what we want, okay? And so I just encourage you to, not go crazy, but just be mindful of, what you're giving your power to, who you're giving your power to. And it's not about violently taking back your power and saying, no, I have the power to create what I want, but just calmly remaining centered, remaining in your power, throughout the day, and understanding that you have the power to create what you desire, or what you don't desire, depending on where you put your focus in your union. And please don't be afraid of your twin flame or their power. Understand that you are equally powerful, that we all are equally powerful. We all have the power of the ultimate creator within us. So yeah, I just wanted to, I think that's it. I think that's all that was moving through me. I just wanted to, remind you all to think about your power, and just to be calm and knowing that although we certainly do have some soul contracts and things that we desire to experience in our reality that are probably going to show up here, the power within you lies in how you choose to respond to those. And if we are really empowered and we just say, oh, that's interesting, but it doesn't influence the ultimate, being of life that I am, or this powerful being that I am, then, something that may affect one person in sort of a catastrophic way could just be a little blip for you in the matrix. And I think that's, I think that we are meant now here, during this portal and at this moment here in Earth's awakening, to begin to understand our power, how to use our power, to unlock our power in small ways. I have had interesting moments that seem to be almost magical and miraculous. And there's a little part of me when those things happen that is like surprised and thinks, oh my gosh, how could this happen? But the bigger self, the bigger part of me knows that that's just the tiniest fraction of the actual power that, I possess on a soul level, that we all possess. Like, I can remember, just to share one little story, I had been dealing with actually pain related to my power, believe it or not, for a long time. And it was particularly really got riled up, right when I had met Zaire. And last fall, I had to actually do a reading in front of like a panel and people improve my psychic abilities. And I knew that I had them, but it just triggered all these fears that I had about my power not being as powerful, not being powerful enough, and giving my power away to all those people to approve of me and stuff like that. And right afterwards, I passed it, but I went out to dinner or lunch with Zaire, and I had so much pain in my solar plexus, the power center, that I couldn't even stay sitting in the restaurant. I had to go outside and lay down on the ground, like ask the earth to take away the pain. Sorry, that was giving my power away. But anyway, to the earth. Finally, that wasn't working. It did take the edge off a bit, but I finally realized, like, I had to shift this. The only way to feel better was to come back into my power. So I centered my power in that, and I asked. I knew that ultimately Zaire and I are the same, and I know that he has all the power within him and the gifts and abilities that I have too. And I asked him to, like, just put his hand on my solar plexus and just set the intention for maybe 15 seconds that we were both in our power. And that we could use our power to transmute anything that was no longer needed and to bring balance back, to restore my system and stuff like that, and that we could share in our power to do that. And it went away within that 15 seconds. I've never had that experience again. So this is what I'm talking about. And I had that sort of pain recurring for a couple of years, just debilitating, and it was just gone in that moment. And that was just a tiny little glimpse at, the power that Zaire and I probably have on a soul level, and I feel I will in this lifetime come to know a much greater sense of what my power is, and I'm excited in that exploration. And sometimes I do use my power and I manifest things that I'm afraid of, or stuff like that maybe I wouldn't prefer. But I think one of the best things we can do in those situations is just to know that indeed it was our own power that did create those circumstances, and that we have the power to change them. And that's just so freeing and so wonderful. And so I hope that whenever you happen to be watching this, that you'll reflect for a moment on what your true power is and how you'd like to use that power going forward. Also, how you can empower others, and how you can hold on to your power in your twin flame union, and hopefully encourage your twin to do the same, so that you can really experience the truly miraculous nature of your union, because I do believe there's quite a bit of magic here. Once we get past all the triggers and the ego, like, there's a lot of magic to be discovered. So that's my message for you today. Unlock your power. So with that, I wanted to say thank you once again for watching this video. I got a chance here to record actually where I work here at Coyote Wisdom, so I'm recording from here, so it's a pleasure to be doing that. It gives a nice little different vibe or a different energy to this. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and namaste. Bye.